In today's video, I'm going to speak about how to email a company about a job. I think this is a really important video because I often speak to students who find a job advert, and when I tell them to send an email, they're not really sure what to say to the employer. So I'm going to break this video down into 5 separate points to consider when you do send that email. Point number 1 is to use the correct title for the person you're getting in touch with. For example, if I'm going for a job advert and at the bottom it says, "Contact Dr. David Jones," I'm going to say "Dear Dr. Jones" within that email. You'll also see above the subject line for the email is the job title and a reference number. If you can't find a reference number, don't worry, but do make sure you put the job title in that subject heading. If you put something really informal like this, the email has a really unprofessional start. My second piece of advice is to give a brief introduction of who you are at the start of this email. I would base this introduction on the essential criteria that is listed in the job advert. For me personally, I'd be going for jobs as a lecturer, and the essential criteria would be some teaching experience and also a professional background in sport. So when I'm putting that together in my email, in 1 or 2 sentences max, I'm going to speak about who I am, what have I done for the past few years, what is my experience in relation to this job that I'm going for. And then from there, quite simply, just jump into your intention. What do you want? Why have you contacted this person? And you can see here at the bottom, I'm keeping it really simple. I'm going straight to it. I'm just saying, look, I want to go for this job. I'm really interested. And before I finalize the application, I've just got a couple of quick questions I'd like to ask you. And then you can ask those questions. And I'd keep it really short, 2 or 3 questions. Don't bombard the person with a lot of questions. Don't worry too much about what I'm saying here, but what I want you to take away from this is the questions I'm asking, I couldn't find an answer on Google. So that's really the rule of thumb here when you're putting questions together. To be more specific, I'll often see people ask really simple questions within an email about a job, such as, well, where are you located? Or what are your facilities like? Or, well, what courses do you have at this university? If I'm a lecturer going for that job, I should be able to Google that on the university website and find out the answers. If I'm asking really simple questions like that, the employer is going to say, I can't solve problems. I've got 0 initiative, and quite simply, I can't be that interested in the job. If I was that interested, I would have been on Google trying to find the answer to these questions before I sent an email. And the final point is really simple, just a very quick sign off. This is just 1 sentence or 2 where you say something like, "Thank you for taking the time to go through this email or my questions, and I look forward to applying for this role," or "I look forward to hearing from you." And then something like, "Kind regards, yours sincerely," and your name. So now very quickly to summarize this video, keep your email formal. Dear Mr., Dear Mrs., yours sincerely, stuff like that. Number 2, get to the point. Your introduction about yourself should be very brief. Don't mess around with that. Just get straight to your intention of the email. And finally, spell check. When you've written that email, don't press send straight away. I would go through the email 2, 3, 4 times before you finally send it off. Thank you for watching this video. If you are going for a job right now, I do recommend you check out my channel where I've got lots of content on writing a CV, cover letters, and preparation for a job interview. If you have any further questions though, get in touch with me on Instagram at Sports Science Hacks. Okay, thanks for tuning in, and I'll speak to you again soon.